What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nash, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use the Wikipedia library in Python. So this library essentially allows you to grab information from Wikipedia. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so just like with any other library in Python, before you use it, you want to go ahead and import it. So let's go ahead and import, we're going to import Wikipedia. So this is the name of the library, just like that. All right, so there's several things we could do with this library. The first thing is we can essentially print a summary of anything that we want to look up within this library, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and create our variable here. So we can call this, call it result, if I can spell that. And we're gonna go ahead and type in Wikipedia dot summary, because for this, we're trying to print out a summary. So let's go ahead and go to summary. All right. So the arguments for this are going to be, the first thing is going to be what you're looking up, right? So let's say you want a summary of what the Supreme Court is, okay? So let's do Supreme Court. So this is what's going to be looked up in Wikipedia. And the next argument is going to be how many sentences do you want, right? So in your summary, so some people might do 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 sentences. So I'm going to go ahead and type in sentences, and is equal to, let's do 5, right? 5 would do. All right. So once we have this here, we're going to go ahead and print out the result, right? Just go ahead and print out results. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit run over here. Let's give it a second. Give it a second here. There we go. So now we have a description, right? So this is obviously within kind of like one long sentence, which we can fix later on. But this is essentially how you can print a summary. So you can obviously change this to maybe 2 pages, for example, go ahead, or 2 sentences, and give it a second. Now we only have 2 sentences here. All right, so this is how you can print out a summary of, anything that you can find on Wikipedia, which is pretty much everything. So now let's say you wanted to search for something. Now, this is a little interesting because it's kind of like the same thing here, except you are searching, right? So instead of saying summary here, you can say search. So search. And it's going to be the same first argument, what you're trying to search. And as for the second argument, you're going to go ahead and type in results. So results. So this is going to bring you the first 2 results, right? So usually you want to do 1, but you can do as many as you want. I recommend doing maybe 4 or 5. So maybe you can, maybe if it's a common word that can be defined by a lot of results, then you are going to be able to have that many options. So let's do like 3 here, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and run this. Run it, give it a second. As you can see, we have Supreme Court, Supreme Court of the United States of America, Associate Justice of the. So these are, it's not giving you the definition of what it is. So it's kind of like getting synonyms, right? Words that could mean the same thing here. So if I did maybe 5 here, you can see that there's going to be more. Let's give it a second here. So it goes to, so the closer you are to the first result, the closer you're going to be to the actual word, right? As you go over here, you see that it starts going into different countries, right? Like Supreme Court of India and things like that. So you're going to see a lot of this when you increase the results that you're getting. So this is kind of like getting another word, or maybe if you're building something that is a title suggester, right? If you want to find a different word for something, you're going to be able to find it using this as search. Now, the next thing I want to show you is going to be how you can change the language, right, in Wikipedia. So let's kind of like change this whole thing here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. All right, for now, actually, let's just go ahead and put it up here. All right. So for this, we're going to do Wikipedia dot set lang, or set language, right? To so we can change this to maybe English. Let's do Hindi. So HI, that's the prefix or whatever you call it, the shortcut for Hindi. So right now, if I run this, give it a second, now you can actually see that we have this over here. Okay, so that's how you can kind of like change the language of the output here. All right, so that is pretty much an introduction to how you can use this Wikipedia library in Python, which is really easy and really simple. If you're building something that requires you pulling information from a third party, I recommend using this library. It's really great. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go and hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.